Poof. Turn this music off. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hold on. Damn, it's like I'm streaming for the first time again. There we are. Hello, hello, hello. Ladies and gents. How we all feeling today? How we all feeling today? Man, oh man. Hey, happy April 1st. You know what that means. Funny jokes. April 1st, funny jokes time. So I thought it might be a fun stream segment to now go over all of the funny and great April Fool's jokes that I've seen on the internet. Let's start now. We're done. There's no such thing as a good April Fool's joke. We're done. Segment over. Boom. Clip it and ship it to YouTube. I don't know why people keep doing it. It's a tradition, and I think it makes more sense in real life. You know, like joking amongst colleagues, you know, friends at school, whatever. That makes a little more sense doing like small, innocent pranks. But like the whole, you know, ooh, we at Microsoft have made this product. We at Razer made whatever, a headphones with a dildo. Like I don't. It's always something stupid like that, you know. It's never funny. There's no such thing online as a funny April Fool's joke. To the point, for me, it is not only are they not funny, it kind of, in a way, it's a detox, but you can't be online today. Anything you read, anything you see today online is like, probably not true. Never mind, you know? And that's kind of annoying. Man. See, what you need to understand is I'm 36 and all the joy has been sucked out of my life. So innocent jokes are not funny anymore. Anyway, what are we actually doing instead of not looking at April Fool's stuff? I am playing the Legacy of Kain Ascendance. This is a new game. It's like a 2D. I don't know exactly how it's gonna play because it's first playthrough. But, you know, think Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, you know? I'm gonna assume it's along those lines. That being said, I've seen mixed reviews. Mostly to do, especially amongst the Legacy of Kain community, it has mostly to do with the new character they introduce. She technically got introduced at the end of last year in a comic book. So they made a comic book with new story, and this game continues that story kind of. And they introduce a new character, which kind of it kind of puts things like, oh, these and these events of the original games are now actually things that character set in motions, like the big puppeteer above some of the original events. And I think that's hitting people, especially who've been a fan of this franchise for a very long time, very invested in the story. Making a big change like that, I think, you know, some people are not liking it, and I think that's why this game is also catching some strays. I'm sure there's legitimate complaints about this game. I've seen that it's short. I've seen that, again, you're mostly playing with a new character. You're gonna play with Raziel and Kain once in a while, but mostly with a new character, and again, people are not liking her. Also, do they not like her because they're changing the lore through her, or because it's a her, which you never know on the internet. Sometimes the introduction of just a not man is an issue, so you never know. So anyway, I want to see for myself. Dragon Age Veilguard style retcon. I mean, I feel like maybe, I haven't read the comic book yet, which I'm gonna do because I didn't know it was gonna tie into this game necessarily. So once I knew that, I downloaded the comic book. I have it downloaded, I just need to read it. But from what I understand, like, this franchise has so many, like, the whole setup of this game has always been like, oh, you see what happens to Kain, but then actually it were events set in motion by this, and then he pushes down Raziel, but actually it's been planned all along by the Wheel of Fate. And like, there's this idea of events that are happening are somehow either set in motion or controlled by some other entity out there is so common in this franchise. It's kind of weird that a new character that like kind of is exactly the same thing again. It's like, well, actually I was pulling some of these strings behind the scenes. I kind of find it wild that that's the complaint, even though it happens all the fucking time in the original lore. But again, that's like the cliff notes that I got from like Reddit and stuff. I haven't read the new story myself, so we'll see. Part of it is going to be in this game. We'll see. The new character, by the way, is, from what I understand, the sister of Raziel. So here we go. Very normal. There we go. Sister's Revenge.
Where has Mobius's wretched curse cast me now? Am I doomed to drift endlessly through the mists of time?
I have done what I can to counter the Time Guardian spell, but you cannot linger here for long.
Who's this guy?
Kaisetsik, where have you brought me?
What do your senses tell you, Elena?
The stench of the Sarafan fouls the wind.
Wait, I'm losing health?
Vampire! Hear me, brothers! To arms!
It seems your nose serves you well. Welcome to Bosgard Pass.
Oh! Is there a block button? There is. I don't think the block button works very well. What the fuck?
Must your little spy shadow me at every turn?
It is my eyes, just as your amulet serves as my voice, Lady of Thornlatch.
Should I know the buttons? Are they gonna explain them? Wow, that's a lot of damage. On the genesis of the Order, we are the eyes of Nothgoth. Nothgoth. Not begotten of augury, but founded by the prophet Midur in true remembrance. From an age that woke to find the world estranged from its own recollection, we set ourselves apart to keep witness. We are chronicles bound to the keeping of Nosgoth's enduring record. We have inscribed the lives of twice dead kings and annals of bloodless wars and ashless conflagrations. Man, reading for whatever reason is not going well today. We do not intervene, we observe, we record. For truth is not immutable. It is what it is that which may be witnessed. Is there more? No. Oh?
Your little spy shadow me at every turn.
It is my eyes, just as your amulet serves as my voice, Lady of Thornlatch.
Can I climb upside down? No. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Oh, it's like a parry. It's not a block button. Okay. I have to jump over all of these? That's kind of stupid.
Perish in darkness, vile creature!
Fool! I am the darkness!
What's down here? Nothing! Or is there? Nope. How many times can I die? Ooh. Got him. Got him. Bring it, arrow bitch. Woo!
Hurry and claim your vengeance, Lady of Thornlatch. I cannot constrain Mobius's curse on you much longer.
Is it me? It feels like the game is very loud.
They're coming in droves, Kai.
You have wings, Helena. Elevate your aspiration.
Really? She's not flying high. Oh. Oh. How do you make this fine? Okay. It feels loud on my end. Louder than games usually are. Oh, ah! Gimme, gimme. Oh. Ah. Oh.
must be hundreds of them. But where is my brother?
Oh god, wrong button. Oh! Damn double suck, let's go. Ow.
They fly now?
You've yet to see the heights I can reach.
I love those guys' movement. Shit. Should not have done that. I was looking for secrets. They fly now, joke in the current year. I mean, they are dumb humans. Of the binding called the Pillars. The Pillars of Nosgoth are no mere monuments, but a covenant of restraining powers, raised by the ancient vampires to confine and contain the Hilden within the demon realm. Each is sustained by a dedicated guardian, but the corruption of one reverberates. It is loud on my end. The corruption of one reverberates through all. When Ariel was slain and Nupraptor's mind undone, that taint spread unchecked, staining both the Circle of Nine and the land entire. Thus the pillars do not simply balance Nosgoth, they imprison what even fate struggles to contain. Is somehow the villain from the second game going to return? Probably. This game, or this story if you will, because it starts in the new comic book, we're playing as a new character, which is, I think people have been calling her the sister of Raziel. I don't know if it's like blood related sister or just like someone from his brotherhood, who knows, but she's going through time, so we're probably gonna see all kinds of, you know, good guys, bad guys from all kinds of time periods, because I think a part of this game is also going to be playing as Raziel before he's a vampire and stuff. Dude, I'm parrying. No! I hope there's a Blood Omen 1 stage where you play as Kain. And every attack he does like Victus. Oh god. I'm missing the parry. I think this is a parry game. The parry is essential. Unless I'm gonna gain new moves. Oh, double? Okay, so the counter hit works on both. It's parry slop. It kind of right now feels like it.
Impressive, child. I once told you it was your brother I desired as my champion.
A pity you must settle on me.
I mean, brother. She might actually be the sister. Sister? Oh god. Sure, why not? What the fuck? The only reason I did that is because I thought I saw like red particle effects coming from behind the wall. Now I'm like, oh shit. Did we miss a bunch of shit already? Well, that's a new attack. I mean, it's not new, but I didn't know I could push them down like that. Oh, dude, drink him, please. No, it's too late. Oh, what? Whoa. Very accurate hitbox. What if you kill an enemy by jumping on them and there were some mushrooms you could eat to get bigger? I think that's a little too Italian. When the center and endures. I thought that was a V. I was like, endvress? What the fuck is that? When the center endures. Balance is not dominion, but tension. Our records indicate that a guardian does not command the pillars, rather, it absorbs their contradictions. When balance falters, it is seldom through absence, but through excess of burden. Yup. I love how it's like, but you can fly, and she's like, barely fly. Ow. Num 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 num. So what's over here? Top secrets? No. Probably not. But maybe there are, but whatever. The parry, bitch. Ow! For whatever reason, I'm having trouble with the parry timing for those guys.
Is anyone out there? Please, help me.
Help?
No. No, no.
Oh shit. I didn't want to do that, but... The unfixed subject. Within the fog-choked forest near Tornlach. We have recorded a solitary figure whose nature resists classification. Accounts describe a being not wholly mortal, marred by exile and sundering identity, oft tended by ravens that answer to him as if bound by shared intent. He speaks with arcane knowledge and deep understanding, yet displays conflict, as though his thoughts are drawn from more than one source. Those few who encounter him report distortions of memory and time. Whether this proceeds from the forest, the man, or proximity, the both remains unclear. We mark him neither architect nor warden, but a symptom of a cleaving yet unresolved. Wow.
Is there anyone out there? Please, help me!
Oh. Oh my god! Ugh. The footsies on this guy! Oh my god!
And be done with it. Stay back! Stay back! Please! I...
Whoa! The guy got me last time. Not this time, amigo.
Please, don't leave me here! No! No!
Whoa, what's this? Rune triangle. Whoa! He knew, motherfucker. Okay.
Water.
I mean, it's very reminiscent of Blood Omen, where there were also prisoners all over the place, and you could also just eat them. Drain their blood, I mean. Hunger Shroud Charm. Extends the fleeting calm before the hunger rises again. What? Colleagues bind to you, reshaping your abilities in ways that endure. What does that mean? Permanent buffs? Do I need to equip them? Okay, how the fuck do you get back up? Like, there's no way to... Oh my god, we're all the way back here?
Please, don't leave me here. No.
Water! Just a drop of water! No! Keep away from me!
Hehe. No match for me, bitches. Oh, did I miss this last time? I might have. I don't know what that was. Seems like very inconvenient places to hold prisoners. Yeah, how did they get to it?
Don't leave me here. Stay back.
I mean, they won't escape anytime soon, but... Like this air kick's kind of overpowered. If you just do it once or twice. You already kill him. Or twice. Thrice. Will be funny to mod Tengu's moveset onto this. Might work.
Please, don't leave me here!
Yum yum. On memory and its frailty, the Guardian of Mind is charged with perception and remembrance. Though truth of either in Nosgoth proves treacherous, memory bends beneath belief as readily as beneath fact. We observe that prescient insight often precedes error rather than forestalling it. Death from above. 40. We already did 40. What? Almost like it's a strong attack to abuse over and over. Oh, there's nothing there? Okay. Thought there was more upstairs. Miss me, bitch. Whoo! Oh, you can't even... Okay. Very smart to stand next to me, Mr. Archer. The Dagger Man. Dude, that's so buff. What the fuck? Damn, no secrets, huh? Okay.
I cannot hold back Mobius's curse much longer.
Mobius
When my
is
strength fails, you'll be torn away from here, Layla.
Where will I end up this time?
Who can
this
say?
time.
1,000 years into the past? Or yesterday morning? Mobius's machinations rest on the life of your brother. The Time Guardian will do everything in his power to keep you from influencing it.
I don't want to influence his life, Kai. I want to end it.
Always chasing the shadow of revenge.
The sooner my goal is achieved, the sooner I can fulfill my obligation to you.
Your brother is a powerful Saracen Inquisitor now. He and his warriors have never seen defeat.
Cease this prattle and let me focus.
Will you taste my blood, vampire?
I've no taste for weakness.
Now we're fighting towards the end. Is this it? Just spam the move? Oh, he doubles up. That's fucked up. Oh, you hit him off.
Show yourself, creature, that I may remember your face before I ruin it.
You know what's fucked up? Like, this is one of the complaints, quote unquote complaints, that I read about this game. And that is for the cast, for the voice acting. I think most of the original cast is still in the game. The ones that are missing are ones that, you know, like passed away or something like that, right? But specifically for Raziel, it is the same voice actor, but you might be like, because I was just like, man, he does sound a lot different. And that was one of the complaints or like the remarks I've read about this game, is that, you know, the voice actor still does a great job, but he's like 84 or 85 or something. So it's like, you know, no matter what, time will fuck you up. It's like The Simpsons. What happened with The Simpsons? They all sound weird now because they're way older. But that's what's going on here. If you're like, I'm confused, why does he sound so different? It's the same voice actor. He's doing the same voice acting, but he's just way older now. And I mean, there's so much you can compensate for that to a degree, but
Lilith, this cannot be. You live.
well, 20 plus years, new tech and all can be helped, but getting a new VA also doesn't go over well. Yeah, especially for like Legacy of Kain games, where the voice acting has always been touted as like very high level, punching way above its weight. I mean, it's true though, if you look back at even the original Blood Omen, but like all the voice acting in Soul Reaver and stuff, it is so fucking... For like a PlayStation 1 game, the voice acting is so far beyond what was common that day, to the point where the voice acting absolutely holds up today. It was really top notch. So it makes sense that they made an effort and a point to get the original cast back, to the extent because some of the original cast members were already like old when they were doing the original games, and you know, some of them have passed away, so you know, they are replaced, I guess, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. Yeah, wouldn't new Raziel gone over well? I don't know. They should have done is train AI. Oh boy.
By the blood of Janos Audron, dear brother, You shall pay for Matthias's death!
By the way, what's also fucked up is, you know, I love this franchise, right? But so much of the story revolves around, you know, it's Kain and Raziel and like Morbius and the Elder God and like, and all of those characters like Raziel and whatever, they're so tied into like, oh, they're part of this eternal paradox and they have to exist and blah, blah, blah. So even if they're like, hey, we want to continue the legacy of Kain, but we kind of want to move away from Raziel and Kain and whatever, and like work with new characters, like they're obviously trying to do that with this, you know, with Elaleth. But at the same time, so much of the core events of the legacy of Kain completely revolve around Kain and Raziel and whatever. They're like so core to all events. It's hard to just ignore them unless you're like, hey, all of these events, blah blah blah, and we're going like even further into the future, or where those events like almost don't matter anymore. I don't know, but if they want to continue this, it might be tough. Some of that voice-to-voice processing sounds not like dog shit and could be ethical if you're not robbing an artist of their work. I will say, because, you know, gut reaction these days is, ew, AI, you know? But you are right. Like, if you, like, let's say the voice actor of Raziel, you bring him into the studio and you're like, hey, we do have this technology where we can take your old voice lines from the previous games, you know, train the thing on those, and then, you know, like use that to modulate or to change your new performance. So it's like we're only using your voice of the past with your permission from these projects, and we're putting it onto your new voice work. So you still need to do a new performance. I would not be against that. That would be a cool use of the technology. Man, he's a stabby man, huh? Soul Reaver, more like Soul Stabber. Oh, look at the damage on this.
Show yourself, creature, that I may remember your face before I ruin it.
He really sounds old. He sounds nothing like the old Raziel, which, again, it's like 20 years ago.
This cannot be.
When was Defiance? That's like the last real one. It's like 2004. It's been like 22 years. And he was like old. I mean, he's in his 80s now. So he was like in the 60s then.
By the blood of Yano.
Where are you standing, my friend?
This is for my beloved. This is for Matthias!
I am overcome. I know not when or where you will find yourself next, Lady of Thornlodge. But rest assured, I will locate you again.
No!
My sister Alelith lives. Impossible.
Did she vanish into the ether? What in Nosgoth's name did we just witness?
The work of Janos Audrin. She invoked his name. His foul sorcery protects his brood. But it will not spare him from my wrath.
What are your orders, Raziel?
Yeah, I hear
We
Raziel in
ride
there.
For the keep of Janos Audrin. It is time to still his sinister pulse.
I hear him though. Like, he still got it though.
It's gone beneath the ice.
I've never seen such a creature. A blue demon cast into flesh.
That was him,
led
though.
us to Janos Audrun's very threshold. Might it be an ally?
Friend or foe, demon or wraith, it changes nothing. Audrun's lair is inaccessible. The Brotherhood have tried and failed to access it. The fortress is sealed from below.
By the pillars! Look there!
The creature's done our work for us. The vampire's walls are sundered.
Janos Audrun's doom is upon him!
Now, brothers, we strike!
The dodge roll, though.
Bleed freely, Sarafan. Soon there'll be nothing left of you but a stain on the ice.
Better to spill my blood in battle than to let your cursed kind defile it.
In Janos' name, we shall drink deep of your zealotry.
Why are they rushing? We shall drink your blood. Grenades? Oh. Hey. Watched boundaries. The divisions twixt realms persist only so long as they are kept. The Guardian of Dimension tends separations unseen by most, yet breached by many. When this pillar weakens, the world does not shatter outright, but begins to overlap quietly, perilously. Should I read it like very theatrical? Kind of how Legacy of Kain voice acting always has been, like very kind of over the top, but like, you know. I always liked it though. Ow! How do I heal with this one? Oh, like that, meat? Dude, the bats are fucking annoying. Damn it. Dude, the respawn is with the bat in your back. That's fucked up. You can parry a bat flying against you? That's funny. Oh, he's not dead? Sheesh.
The father of vampires hides in these cursed walls. Tonight, his blight ends.
Oh my god. You can barely see his attack. It's fucked up. Whoop it.
The father of vampires hides in these cursed walls. Tonight, his blight ends.
Oh. Oh. Dude, what the fuck? They're too
The
good.
father of vampires hides in these cursed walls. Tonight, his blight ends.
Dude, the way they're moving back and forth is kind of insane. Come on, dude. Oh, the screen.
You are lost.
Oh, come on. What the fuck, dude? Oh, here we go. Of the refuge of Janos Oldrun. Janos Oldrun's retreat. It's not a simple dwelling, but a monument to older truths. We note that this refuge enshrouds relics whose presence draws fated and hunted alike, and thus it becomes a beacon, not by proclamation, but by charismatic attraction. Some places do not call out, they summon.
They say Janos Audrun's eyes shine like burning coals. He can see your soul laid bare.
Stories to frighten children. If the beast had such power, why would he cower here like a rat in the rocks?
Janos has held these lands in terror for centuries. They call him the Devil of Ustenheim for a reason.
The villagers whispered tales of shadow wings and fangs at their throats.
It's not just whispers. I've seen the aftermath. Homes left empty, blood scrawled across walls. They say he drains not just the body, but also the spirit.
Then we'd best make certain his foul soul goes no further than the end of our swords. Do you truly believe this will end it? The plague, the bloodline, all of it?
Malik says this devil's death is the key. His death will break their hold on this world.
Then let's see this done. For the Circle. For the souls he's stolen. For Nosgoth!
For a Lilith! They say Janos Audrun's heart is the source of their corruption. Carve it out, and the plague dies with him.
Sounds like we have a mission. Oh, in the back, you motherfucker. Wait, you can... Damn, you can duck? That's sick.
Mobius knew this day would come. His sight pierces the past and future alike.
And in his wisdom, he shaped our crusade, guided the Sarafan Order's righteous hand against this plague. If Mobius says this staff will defeat Janos Audrin, well, I believe him.
He doesn't lend his treasures lightly. His staff is no mere trinket. It's said to cripple vampires, to leave them writhing like maggots in the dirt.
A fitting end for Janos Audrin.
And once he lies dead at our feet, we must claim his blade, as Mobius commanded. That weapon must not fall into the wrong hands again.
I had mourned her for 15 years, believed her dead, claimed by the same fate that consumed our parents. Yet now, impossibly, she lives, corrupted by the very evil I swore to destroy. A Lilith, my sister, a vampire. Her wings, just like Janos Audrin's. He perverted her after his own image. The sister I knew, buried beneath corruption. But why does she hate me so fiercely? I think of that night often. Thornlatch's rooftops swallowed by flames, smoke curling into the sky, the air thick with the stench of blood and ash. The screams fading as the village lay in ruin from the vampire raid. I remember finding her at the swamp's edge, her lover Matthias at her side, his fangs buried in her right hand as he fed. He'd been turned, another soul claimed by this wretched plague. I thought I could save her, if not from death, then from the curse. I had no choice. When I struck Matthias down, when my blade claimed his head and her hand with it, I prayed the infection would die with him. I had hoped, desperately, that severing the limb would spare her, but she cursed me for it, screamed at me to leave her to die with him. And so I did.
Damn. Damn.
The Sarafan drums carried me from that place. I told myself I was chasing vengeance. But part of me knew I was running from her screams, from the guilt that threatened to break me. If I can kill Janos, perhaps I can free her. Perhaps what's left of my sister still lingers beneath that curse. Look sharp, gentlemen. These sorcerers spit death from afar.
You bring ruin!
Whoops, wrong button, but it worked.
We protect this sanctum.
Okay. They hit like a fucking truck. And their attack is really fast, so it's kind of hard to parry.
Look sharp, gentlemen. These sorcerers spit death from afar.
You bring ruin!
Ooh, we tried to be sneaky, huh? It looks like you could go up, but like it seems like there's something there, but maybe not. Oh shit.
Janos Audrin, step away from the sword. It will not save you. Your final hour dwindles to its last few grains of sand. Seraphin justice has found you, and human righteousness will have its victory.
You must save yourself, Raziel.
Janos, no! Save myself? It is you who needs saving, vampire.
Blue demon, I love that.
I was not speaking to you.
As if we don't already know.
The Raziel I know is no longer with us.
Ah, that creature shares my name? How ironic. One Raziel leads us to you, the other Raziel ensures your end.
Perhaps one day you will understand the truth. That all of Nosgoth's children are connected. Even you cannot sever those ties with the blade. What loss will finally break your pride?
The only loss here will be yours. Come, brothers!
Am I supposed to die?
See the staff of... See the staff of Mobius, and understand your fate, devil!
For the people of Nosgoth! For the glory of the Seraphin!
For the sister who was stolen from me!
You believe as the others do. That's
When I see the
my
actual character
bloodline
sprite, the weird the
dies
voice
with me.
sounds in contrast.
We
Yeah,
are not
it's,
so frail,
you know,
human.
it's hard to
You
blame the
fear
voice actor,
what
but it is rough.
Do not flatter yourself, vampire. I neither fear nor despise you. All you are to me is a bitter seed from which grew nothing but rot and death. I pity you. If that black thing beating inside your chest is the instrument of Nosgoth's salvation, And so be it. Hold him!
Look at his black heart! How it still beats!
The fiend intends to bury us alive! Raziel, we must get out of here!
Remember the sword!
Your reverence is noted, but this task is beneath you, Elena. Your purpose lies elsewhere. This mission is not a good use of your time.
What is the time, Kai? I smell Sarafan, but this is not the camp where I fought Raziel.
That was days ago by the flow of linear time.
I feel I've been absent for 1,000 years. Damn Mobius and his curse!
The Time Guardian is clever. He would not have you disrupt the path he requires of your brother.
His only concern is Raziel.
Yes, and your attempt to kill Raziel has set your brother on a course of vengeance against Janos Odron.
He would not dare attack the Hallowed Father.
He would. He will. He has.
Where is he now?
I suppose that is for you to discover.
There! The wretch who fell so many of our brothers that... Take my right hand if you will, creature! I will learn to fight with my left!
Damn. So far so good. Like it's mechanically it's kind of on the simpler side, but I feel like the enemies are deadly enough to not be boring, I guess. I do feel like the characters move a little... what's the word I'm looking? Like stiff. But I guess it's... You know, I guess they're doing like a little Castlevania type thing. I suppose. I mean, the last time I played a game like this, it was Ninja Gaiden, so... Makes sense that the characters were a little more, you know... active. But yeah, so far so good. Yeah, I think what's been the most, you know, and again, it's not like a bad thing necessarily, but it's just like, yeah, Raziel's voice actor sounds his age in this game, and yeah, it's a little jarring. I'll put it that way. It's not like he's doing a bad job, but it's definitely jarring considering what he's supposed to be. You know, like if this game was like an old Raziel or whatever, that would make more sense. But especially like back in time, it's like human Raziel. That would be like the most spry sounding Raziel there is, and he's sounding like fucking ancient. All right, let me take a small break, and I'll be right back. Poof. I've been thinking about the voice acting thing just now. And actually, I don't think they had a choice. They had to do this. Because if think about it, what are the options they had? One, bring them all back. That's what they did. Option two would be replace any actor that, might be too old, might be whatever. But then they would obviously get shit for that. Because people wouldn't know what it would sound like with the original. So if they switched, it would instantly be like, oh my god, iconic voice actors got replaced, blah, blah, blah. Or they could have done like we altered it with machine learning, blah, blah, blah. Even if it's done 100% above board, above, like ethical, then people would still be like, but why don't you just use the actor and do the normal thing, right? So I think I've come around to the point where, this is a smaller game, and this is gonna sound bad, I guess, but it's almost like they had to do it this way so that now people can listen to it and be like, okay, like it's never gonna sound like I don't think he, with his age, has the possibility to sound like he did 20 years ago anymore. You know, no matter how much he's gonna try, his voice has a certain color now, which is just physics. You can't get around that, right? And it's almost like they've done it the quote unquote right way in this game. And if they do a future, maybe like a bigger proper game, you know, instead of like a small 2D in-betweener, if they do like a new proper game, if they then replace the voice actor, I think it's almost like we needed to hear and see this to kind of understand why they might want to change in the future, if they're even gonna. I don't know if there's new project or anything, but I feel like this was the only way they could have gone. This is the only way where on paper they're doing everything correct, you know. Obviously people are not gonna be like, ugh, he doesn't sound anything like it, you know, like it is him, so it's just age. So they really, you know, I think they did the correct thing, and I think they were smart to do it in this game before like an eventual bigger budget version of a new Legacy of Kain, where that kind of choice would have way bigger consequences, you know, throughout like a fully voiced, fully done game. So I think they did the right thing. They kind of had to do it. What if they wrote the dialogue so it only used old lines? I mean, they have a lot of them. But then again, to that point, if you're gonna do the Frankenstein old lines thing, I think it's almost better than to do the, let's take all the old dialogue, all the old voice lines, machine learn them, and then augment your current voice acting, new lines, with the shape of those. That would be probably a much better effect than doing the Frankenstein snip snip. And you can tell a new lines, new story, right? Like the scene in All Good Things where they use season 1 recording of Riker responding to different lines. I don't even know that show or game or whatever, or movie. I'm assuming show because it's season. Same for Gothic Remake. People wanted the old VA for the main character back and boycott. They brought him back, and now you get a lot of, well, he kind of sounds off. That's such a fun. And they see, this is what I'm saying though. They can't say it sounds bad because it's the voice actor, you know. They're not gonna be like, dude, he sucks. Like, people are not gonna do that. So I feel like exactly to the point where this game, the only choice where people are gonna be in a way happy, but also get them ready for the idea of maybe changing voice actors, is just to go for it and have people listen to what that looks like current day using all the original voice actors. Because I wonder, we haven't gotten, like, I know Kain is in this game. I mean, again, last time they did this was 20 plus years ago. So he must be older as well now. If I don't know how old, because I think he was younger though. I mean, he did blood. Let's look at some ages. All right. What's his? Is it Simon something? No. Of Kain. Voice actors. Simon Templeton, I believe, is Kain. Yes. IMDb, does that have his age? Because Google's not saying it. born 54, so he's also 72. But Kane's voice has always had quite a bit of gravitas to it, so that actually might still be fine. We'll have to see. But yeah, all those voice actors are gonna be, you know. Damn, that means they were kind of like already in their 50s and 60s back then. That's crazy. Have the original VA recorded and the sound alike. And as the game progresses, blend the audio mix so you don't notice it slowly changing. Like boiling the VA frog. I kind of feel like you kind of put me onto something. The idea of, hey, you have this franchise which has heaps and heaps and heaps of voice recordings, especially for the original characters. Like the main characters, I mean, you know, Raziel, Kain, whatever. There's an unimaginable amount of voice acting done throughout these games. For sure, you can figure out an ethical way to do some machine learning, do something there. I think the part where it gets icky for me is, let's say one of them passes away and then they still use those voice lines and start generating the voice.
Kill me and be done with it!
I knew there were going to be secrets. Yeah, once they die, it's real weird. Yeah. And again, it might be a situation where, well, the voice actors signed off on it. Like, if someone is like currently voice acting and I don't know, they officially whatever, maybe their agency, whatever way they want to do it, if they're like, I consent to using my past voices whatever way you want, but like, to be fair, if it was me, if I were a voice actor, I would specifically say, because I would be kind of the mindset of, if you can like use my old voice work to, you know, AI whatever, have that character say new lines, I wouldn't mind them doing that. Like, I would give my permission for that with an explicit like stipulation, as in only to have those characters do those voice lines. I would not want them to take those and use it for completely new stuff, right? I would be specifically like, I voice acted these characters and you're allowed to use those voice lines to create new stuff of those characters, nothing else. That I feel like I would be totally down. Reusing them for new games or new roles or whatever, that gets into the weird zone for me. That I wouldn't like at all. But then again, I feel like each person has their own, I mean, everyone owns their own likeness, you know, their own voice, whatever. If a voice actor's like, you know what, fuck it, do whatever when I'm dead, it's hard to argue against that, right? The only thing I would worry about is, let's say the voice generation becomes so good it's indistinguishable, which in a lot of cases probably already is, or hard to detect. If enough voice actors or whatever would say, do whatever, at what point do they have enough synthetic voices from people who have allowed it that the studios don't need actual people doing it anymore? They're just like, hey, we have this bank of people who gave consent, we have plenty of voices until the end of time. Like, that's kind of a fucked up situation in the end. I don't know. Thank God I'm not like a lawyer or some shit. On the one hand, I'm happy to have James Earl Jones voice Darth Vader forever. But on the other hand, eventually there won't be new jobs. Yeah, exactly. There's like a critical mass of, I guess, you know, I guess at some point you're gonna run into like the dubbing issue. Like if you're, like, I know people from Germany here absolutely know what I'm talking about. There's only so many voice actors in your country that do dubbing, and at some point you recognize the same people all over the place in any show, in any movie, in any anime, whatever, and it just sucks. So I feel like at some point, just from an artistic point of view, studios or whatever would kind of want new people, just because the same gets samey, you know. A bunch of Disney cartoons from the 90s to 2010s cast tens of the same 15 people all the time in the original English. Yeah, and it's one thing if they have unique enough voice, like different voice stuff that, you know, you don't recognize them, but some people have like really distinct voices. Somebody had the same voices with Vegeta in Germany for a while. Oh, dude, here in Belgium it was like literally every anime that I watched as a kid probably was voiced by like the same 3 people. So many characters at the same, like I remember specifically like Brock from Pokemon was also whatever guy in like Kenshin, and also whatever guy in Dragon Ball Z, and what, like he was in every anime. That's business, baby. Hire the guy you know will do an adequate job. Fuck the audience. Yeah. Anyway, that's why I'm very much more of a fan of, like, even if you give consent to reusing your voice in some AI way, I will limit it to continuations of said character rather than for new stuff. I think for new stuff, it, you know, it's just whack. I don't really care if you're making new stuff. Even if you're like, well, I made it specifically to match the voice of whatever dead actor. That's weird. That's fucked up. Just get someone new. It's a new character. You can get someone new. I think for continuing old characters, I do feel like there's an argument. Again, if there's consent by the voice actor, of course. That to me matters. Anyway, a flesh that doesn't consent to form relevant. Hilden workings. Hilden? I'm gonna say Hilden. I don't know if that's gonna be it. Workings are commonly dismissed as vulgar spellcraft. Forbidden studies. Should I do like forbidden studies suggest otherwise? This art does not transform. Revise it. Flesh so marked leans, adapts, and reconstitutes itself in obedience to necessity. Limbs restored, bodies altered in an instant. These are not signs of progress, but of ceaseless self-correction. Even the Hillen confess that once set upon the blood, this art exceeds their grasp and may become unpredictable. I almost don't want to say it, but the last thing I read, I specifically was thinking, man, there's a lot of, it's not this, it's that. And with this one, there's also a lot of, these are not signs of progress, but of blah blah blah. It's not this, it's that. And I'm seeing M dashes. Now, does that mean necessarily that this is written by AI? Not necessarily. A lot of these games use like the olden language thingy, which probably sounds more like that, but I don't know, it's given ChatGPT very hard at this point. I don't know. Maybe it's because we're talking about it, but this art does not transform M dash. It revises. That's like, it's almost like a tutorial on how to recognize AI text, you know? I kind of hope not, because of all things, in Legacy of Kain would be kind of a slap in the face, I feel like. Fun fact about yield in English. The Y sound make a T sound. Because Z old in English. Probably similar misconceptions going into this medieval sounding shit. Yeah. I've gone to the point where even if it's written for realsies, whenever it says it's not this, it's that, I'm already like, just don't write that. Like that sound, that is such an AI thing at this point. I feel like even if you mean it for real, just find another way to write it.
Bring me Raziel. I will not ask again.
It full healed me, thank fucking God, because I was dead as fuck. God.
Kill me.
Remember a million years ago we had text converters that we would use regex to translate whatever you pasted into Valley Girl or Pirate? Damn. And now it would be AI. Hey ChatGPT, pretend you're a pirate and say whatever. Okay, how do I get out of here?
Your bird will never leave me alone, will it?
He has watched you longer than you know, child. He is my oldest and most faithful servant. His eyes keep you alive, especially when you wander from the path you swore to walk.
The only comfort left to me is the fight against...
Did I miss an item there? Did I see an enemy?
Why do you cut off their right hand, child?
to send a message.
And what is this message?
That killing Janos Audron changes nothing.
And that a sister's memory is very long? Raziel did, after all, cut off your right hand.
I wish to deliver my brother a message written in blood.
Sure.
Take my right hand if you will, creature! I will learn to fight with my left!
Get parried, bitch. Okay, checkpoint, that means this is the way forward. Ay, ay, ay. Back up, girl. Get back up there. Sploosh.
Water! Drop of water!
Just a drop of water.
No! Please, not like this!
On the woods of Cambion. In the Cambion woods, trees have rings numbered not in years, but in repetition. When the cursed time streamer was invoked therein, his dominion did not subdue to the forest rhythm, but interlaced with it, engendering a stasis, wherein time neither advanced nor unraveled. We, the eyes, judged as no true paradox, but a concurrence. Two temporal authorities agreeing to imprison a moment, like an insect in amber, that the domain remains sealed, even to its invoker, argues for a binding presence within the woods, sustaining that equilibrium. The contrast between this chicken and Metal Slug guy is funny. Do you mean Raziel? Or like the Raven guy? Who's Metal Slug guy? In this case. We recognize. Oh, I don't think I've ever played
Anyone out there?
Metal Slug the game. I thought you meant the character from Metal Slug. Well, okay. I thought that was floor. Guess not. Okay, how the fuck I'm holding the button to do the flying thing. Is there a trick I don't know about? Whew. Man, there was no indication in that. I just guessed. That's kind of fucked up. Maybe there is an indication that I haven't seen yet. But... What? Did he just jump down? Oh my god. This is not real, dude. They're like, this is actually a normal jump. This is actually fine. Now, what the f— Am I missing something with the flying? Is there like a way to actually fly? I know you can do this, but this can't be it, right? Yeah, you can't even... How lucky did I get the first time, man? I couldn't see any indication of it being breakable.
Please.
Max health upgrade? Yes, sir.
Please, don't leave me here!
Like whenever you meet a prisoner, you found something optional. I didn't read it. Something happened. Can I... Oh, I can see it. Coax is also back with accelerated vigor. What? What does that mean? Oh. Sure. Fire does so much damage. On lingering force, energy binds D to consequence. The Guardian channels powers that sustain both genesis and ruin. When disturbed, such force does not perish. The binding continues undirected. Bring it, bitch. Too easy.
She cut off my hand!
She cut off my hand. Very victorious. Dude, Blood Omen 1 was so fucking sick. For such an old game, it was so sick.
She cut off my hand!
Still walking into danger like a child chasing fire. You are making grave mistakes, Lady of Thornlodge.
You're a fine one to speak of mistakes, Kai. You whose errors caused his very soul to be split in twain, with your human half left to rot in the demon realm unless I can somehow rescue it.
Yet here you are, still ignoring the mission you swore to fulfill. I healed your hand, Ellen. Gave you wings. Gave you power. Because of me, you walk now with Hilden blood. Hilden magic remade.
So she's not like a vampire.
I'll see to your mission, but only after I repay Raziel for the wrongs he has inflicted upon me. Matthias must
She's sure
be
acting like a
avenged.
vampire, though. I don't
Your
remember that
ambitions
part,
go
though.
far
That's in
beyond
the later
revenge for a
games.
slave
The
lover. You seek to
Hilden-
undermine
Hilden?
yourself, to restore the vampire Raziel took from you. Do not seek to erase mistakes. Focus on repairing their consequences.
One way or the other, I will overcome the curse of Mobius and make the Time Guardian grant me a path back to save Matthias.
Matthias was always meant to die those many years ago. Turned into a vampire so Raziel would kill him and wound you. That moment anchors Raziel. Mobius would never allow you to undo it.
Yet I must attempt it. I will find a way. Everything in my being tells me there are other possibilities.
You desire the heart of darkness.
How can I desire something unknown to me?
Every vampire who ever dreamed of things impossible has unknowingly sent a prayer and a plea to the heart of darkness. It alone could grant your wish, but fate does not intend it for you.
We shall see. Where is this heart? In whose chest does it beat?
Janos Odron. But Raziel has torn it from you.
How is it my brother continues to murder hope after hope? If Raziel removed the heart, then he knows where it is.
damn silhouette stage. Alright. certain passages, states govern transitions more than destinations. The guardian oversees the crossing between life, death, and that which abides between.
Take my right hand if you will, creature! I will learn to fight with my left!
No, you won't. That implies you live, my friend. Oh, still not dead? Shit. Dude, I'm being fucking clobbered.
She cut off my hand!
I guess I did. Okay, what the fuck? Not reaching at all. They have good footsies. I'll give them that.
She cut off my hand!
Did I do that? There it is. There it is. Hurry. Hurry the bitch.
I am weakening again, child. The Time Guardian's curse is reasserting itself.
Keep me here as long as you can.
Listen closely. I cannot say where you will end up when this curse overwhelms me. It's clear you won't let this go until you've chased this obsession down. If you cannot find Razia or the Heart of Darkness, then seek out Kain.
Kain? You expect me to go to him? He butchered my parents, Kai! I would sooner embrace the pyre than kneel before that monster. What could he possibly offer to help me save Matthias?
More than you think.
This is madness. Kain is a tyrant. You would send me into his lair and call it wisdom.
Spare me your theatrics. I know what he is and what he's done. But he walks closer to the truth you seek than any other in Nosgoth. And you won't stop until you tear this wound open. So do it quickly and survive it.
And if I don't?
Then you die. But if you live, perhaps you'll finally return to what matters.
Take my right hand if you will, creature! I will learn to fight with my left!
Love the two voice lines they have.
Take my right hand if you will, creature! I will learn to fight with my left!
So far, not much learning going on. Dude, the space here on these guys. Out of control.
She cut off my hand!
Take my right hand if you will, creature. I will learn to wank with my left. Learn to? And the archer just jumped on me. I think he failed in school. Like, what does an archer do? Front lines! Huh? On the Sarafan stronghold. The stronghold yet stands in memory and stone as a sanctified engine of pursuit. It serves as the Sarafan's seat and chapel, and beneath it, history burrows in a catacomb already infested by the time's Trima. Even when abandoned, such a place does not become inert. It teaches men to worship violence. Stronghold is not merely a fortress, but a mold, even when those who never wore its sigil are shaped by its form. Like all the fistfights in that Warner Bros. Green Arrow show. Oh. Like the Arrow, that one. I mean, all of those shows, as they went on, got worse. I kind of like Arrow. Like the first season or 2, 3 maybe. It was alright. Could have been way worse for TV show. Dude, what is with the range? It's like sometimes I'm attacking but holding forward. And like the attack completely absorbs all momentum, so it's like really annoying. First couple were decent, then it got all Smallville-y. Yeah. It got weird. All of them did though, because there was like a whole bunch of them. You had one, The Flash, you had, what was it? Legends of Tomorrow was another one. There were like a bunch of them. That was close. Hit me. The whole cinematic universe and then fucked it up. Yeah. I will say though, the Flash
My
one.
time is short, mortal.
The Flash show started off, in my opinion, really strong. Like, of course, it's a TV drama, and it's not gonna be like a movie, right? But honest to God, the first couple of seasons of the Flash TV show clear any Flash thing they've done in movies so far. Absolutely clears it. And actually, regardless of how shit it became later on, because it ran for like 8 seasons. Nothing is good after 8 seasons. I promise you, there's nothing that's good after 8 seasons of TV shows. But no matter how bad it got, the actor, Grant Gustin, who plays the Flash, I'm sorry, how the fuck has he not just been used in movies as the Flash? He absolutely nails it.
Where is Raziel?
He and our best warriors are on a mission to bring an end to the war. And you. The time of the vampire is no more!
Time is subjective.
It certainly is. I'm sorry, child. The curse overwhelmed.
No! No!
Raziel's demise.
Salvation rides a swift steed.
What happened here?
We were beset. A vampire.
A single vampire wreaked such carnage?
It was the fiend from Bosgard Pass. The winged devil.
The wing it.
Is dead.
Take courage! Raziel, cut out his heart!
Right ahead, brothers. Make sure the stronghold is secure. Where is she now?
I know not. She disappeared into a sudden mist, but not before maiming so many. She had but 2 words on her lips as she cut off our right hands.
Speak them.
One was Raziel. The other was revenge.
What have I done wrong?
Revengeance.
Audrin's progeny still thrives.
Look, Raziel! Do you see it? Death. Death is coming for me. Behold! Its ashen skin. My time expires.
Expires. That's the way to put it.
The Blue Demon. Janos Audrin had the wisdom to save you from me, but you rushed to abandon that pardon? Is this why you give chase, Blue Demon? Do you presume to take my prize? Very well. Come and claim the Black Heart if you dare.
Oh my god. Okay, you need to jump more. Really? I guess you need to hit those. And jump those. Found the hack. That hurt so bad, the audio started lagging. It stuttered. Oh my god. Wait, I hit it though. What the fuck? So if you jump and attack it, even though it hits it, you still get hurt? That's kind of fucked. Why is the audio stuttering? Is that only on my end? It feels like often the music cuts out. Like when I jump or something. Damn, they were quick with that shit.
To arms, brothers! The Blue Demon is at our doorstep. Let all who can still wield a sword answer your duty.
Why did he run in and out? That's crazy.
Come to take your revenge, demon! Back to hell with you!
Of duration measured, time resists a final definition. The Guardian does not rule time's passage, but is aligned with its pressure, those who seek dominion over it, more often recorded as catalysts than as authors. Authors, not otters. Authors. Dude, I smell the secret. On the Time streamer, Mobius is chosen guardian of time. Yet he's no style custodian. He's a meddler and a manipulator. He fashions devices that deliver men into history like arrows, then stands aside while they mistake their inevitable arc for choice. Our records attest that his counsel and contrivances ensnare both pauper and prince, and that his guidance once kindled a genocide of vampire kind after the slaying of William the Just. He expatiates as he were a servant of destiny, but his mastery is detected on too many outcomes to be called mere witness. Expatiates? How do you pronounce that? Expatiates?
Have you come to reclaim the monster's black heart? You'll have to get through us first.
That's cute. On the wraith that walks. From abyssal depths returns a thing that should have perished, mutilated and recast into a devourer of souls. This spectre was sent forward under a benefactor's whispered purpose. This ghoul's hunger is no longer mere blood, but human essence, which fuels his zeal. His unyielding persistence marks a failure of endings to end, an interminable halt to the natural order. This wraith's presence is not merely revenge made animate, but a new category of being, born where punishment and necessity converge. Thus, does Nosgoth learn that death, once disrupted, does not simply break the depths and become something worse.
Get back to the pit you crawled from, demon!
On endings that fail to end, a lot of lore, huh? Death is commonly misjudged as a terminus. The eyes observe its function as a passage, not destination. The Guardian of Death is not charged with slaying, but with ensuring that life does not persist unlawfully. Many of Nosgoth's gravest aberrations arise not from death itself, but from its failures to conclude its appointed work.
Lord Mobius, I see Tyrell has returned your staff. It served its purpose well, but a new creature assaults us now. It wields a fiery blade unlike any I've seen.
A curious thing, is it not? It slinks between worlds, neither living nor truly dead. A remnant of some cursed fate, best left unspoken.
It fights with purpose.
It is driven by vengeance, Raziel. That creature was once a vampire, bound by the ancient hatred against the very order you serve.
We first encountered it near the cliffs. We gave chase, keeping our distance. And at the end of its path, we found Janos Audron.
How fitting. The creature that now hunts you led you on your most sacred kill. Fate delights in such cruel symmetry.
Cruel.
Perhaps fate has miscalculated. I do not fall so easily.
Your courage serves you well, but steel yourself. Your brothers lie slain, and the storm draws near. Now, give me my pride.
I cut it from the winged devil's chest myself.
You have done well, Raziel. I am pleased.
So, Vampire, here we are. You've destroyed my brethren, and now you've come for me. You'll find I'm not such easy prey. I don't want to kill you, but I will if I must. Return the heart to me, and we can end this now. So, you've come to avenge that filthy parasite and reclaim his foul heart. You're a righteous fiend, aren't you? Apparently I am. No, Vampire, this is where it ends. But you won't be leaving this room. Now, let's finish this. I'll make it mercifully quick. As you did for Janos. No, that beast had eluded us for far too long. It would have been a great shame to end him too quickly. It's ironic, really. The great Janos Audron turned out to be no challenge at all. Thanks to you. Did you hear his cowardly screams when I tore that black heart out of his carcass? Your time's up, Butcher. Justice has come.
Damn, we bugged him. Oop. Damn.
I renounce you.
Is this a lore battle? I had to die? Can't believe it. It's almost like Raziel has to die to be resurrected as a vampire, to then become a soul reaver. Who could have guessed?
Ever vigilant, Raven. Your gaze never strays far. It's done. Raziel is gone. And the Heart of Darkness, lost to time.
Perhaps now you can unshackle yourself from this folly and return to the path we began together.
Not while there's still a whisper of hope. You said Kain might hold the key, that his knowledge could guide me. Then that is where I go next.
Wait, and now she can just fly? I feel robbed.
Where have you cast me now, Kai? Does Kain exist in this sliver of history?
I did not guide you to this place, child. You were drawn here by threads beyond my reach. But the path is not unfamiliar. You have been here before. This is a Nosgoth cleansed of vampires. The Sarafan are no more. Your brother is long dead. The humans hold dominion now. And Kain endures, a god among mortals.
Tell me where he broods.
To the west, seek the pillar.
Something here feels different, Kai.
You are perceptive as ever. Yes, child, you are unbound.
Unbound?
Mobius is dead, and with his death, the curse that yoked your soul to his will has unraveled.
Mobius is dead? Then I am free?
Yes.
How? How did this come to pass?
It was Kain. He slayed the Time Streamer, and in that act, the weave of your torment came undone. By the ticking of mortal clocks, Mobius fell centuries past. But you, adrift in the recursive churn of fate, feel the breaking only now. The endlessness of Mobius's time prison has cast you between the shattered epochs of Nosgoth for millennia. Perhaps you should offer Kain your gratitude for ending this. His ego may find such flattery agreeable.
Gratitude? No. I may be cut from Mobius's strings, but that does not make the blade my ally. Kain now remains my only chance to reach Matthias. Should he refuse me,
And if he does,
then I will kill him.
Kain does not succumb to death, child. He bestows it. Proceed carefully.
All right, we're already here. Easy.
Not since the age of Janos Audron have winged vampires walked this land. Strange. A remnant of Vorador's cabal, perhaps. My curiosity has granted you a reprieve from death. For now. Approach.
See, this is because Kain's voice in the past was already like a more deeper, as I said before, more gravitas. The fact that the voice actor now is like 20 years older, in his 70s, sure, you can hear it, but it's not nearly as jarring. To the point where it almost fits better, because it's like even more gravelly, if you will.
I have come seeking a favor.
A favor? How tedious. You tread dangerous ground with your presumption.
Not presumption, Lord Kain. Desperation.
What is the source of this desperation?
A desire to right a wrong.
Swords and teeth are sufficient enough for that.
It is said you have the power to weave time's tapestry according to your whims.
I'm not Mobius. The threads of fate are delicate, but go on, I'm intrigued. For the moment.
Long ago, a Sarafan killed my lover. I would see him restored.
You would do better to find a new, less pathetic paramour.
I did not come seeking your counsel on matters of the heart.
No, you seek a paradox. That is no small matter. Yet you speak as though you understand the dangers. Tell me, did Vorador send you here? Did he tell you what befell him the first time I dared to re-stitch time's threads?
Let him believe you are one of Vorador's. He won't trust you otherwise.
Yes, Vorador told.
Did he now? And a rare trust. Was your comprehension of his words just as uncommon?
I understood enough to seek you out.
You've earned a sliver more of my patience. You call time a tapestry. If that is so, then the loom insists on its own great design.
The loom will come along to my way of thinking. Teach me about paradoxes, Kain.
What would you give me in exchange?
Isn't my gratitude enough?
Damn.
Only fools accept thanks as payment.
Tell him of the tomb of the Sarafan, where your brother lies in eternal slumber. Reveal its location. Plant the seed that he might raise Raziel and the others there to reforge the fallen Sarafan as his servants. Let Nosgos see that even the hallowed dead bend the knee to Kain.
Why?
It will be a spectacle of his supremacy, and for you, another chance at vengeance.
Do you truly believe he will accept such a bargain?
There is but one way to know.
She is getting played.
I will tell you the location of a tomb where Sarafan Inquisitors lie.
What use to me are dust and bones?
Resurrected, they will make powerful servants and magnificent symbols of your strength. Even the mightiest of the Sarafan are subject to your will.
Curious. Tell me then, where is this?
Hiding in plain sight. Surely you have seen it, yet you deemed the interred dead of little consequence. To find it, journey west beyond the pillars, toward the Lake of Tears. Within the canyons, cut into the walls of the cliffs, you'll find the sepulchre. There, your new servants wait.
An intriguing vision. Perhaps I will pursue it.
Now, to your...
You're a persistent one, aren't you? Very well. A paradox is not something I can simply tell you. To grasp its true nature, the threads that both bind time and unravel it, you must first prove yourself worthy. Do you even understand the ground beneath you? The history etched into Nosgoth's bones? So, the spectre stirs from her vigil. I did not summon you, Ariel.
No, Kain. You summon no one. You command or you destroy. But not today. I felt her presence. This one, she trembles the very marrow of Nosgoth. Child, all emerge from their mother's womb carrying the twin scents of promise and failure. It is not often long before one odor predominates. You remain indeterminate, and this has intrigued me. So let us test the weight of your purpose. Let us play a game, you and I. Each of these pillars once bore a guardian, until the circle was shattered. Answer my riddles, and with each truth,
Damn, did we have to remember everything from
what
those
became of
texts?
them.
Oh shit.
Play her game. See where it leads.
Odd. Another voice speaks through your talisman, yet I hear only the echo, not the words. If we are to proceed, it must fall silent.
I understand. Be still, Kai. I'll call...
As you will.
Yo, what is this?
The first to fall, his love defiled, logic forsaken in fury wild. Where thought is weapon and madness reigns, what pillar bears the mentalist's chains?
Fuck. I don't know. I mean, thought is his weapon. Mind, I guess. I guess it could be insight, but I think it's mind.
Naprapta, my beloved, guardian of the mind pillar. When I was slain, grief shattered his mind, and madness followed. At the first hint of gain, Kain took Naprapta's head without hesitation, quick to kill, as always. The mentalist was the first to fall, and he did not fall alone. She tore the veil twixt realms unseen. Let demons walk where men had been, where space distorts and forms betray. What pillar warps the world this way?
I mean, this one's... Is it like very literal? She tore the veil? I mean, she also used the word realms. Or maybe that's the hint. Veil and realms are used in the text except dimension. Is it like a trophy for getting them all right? Perhaps? Shit. Kain Ascendance. Oh. Oh, okay. So apparently, so here's the thing. There's two trophies you can get here. One is get everything correct. The other one is get everything wrong. But here it says you need to give both wrong answers before giving the correct ones. So even if you fuck up, like if you don't care about trophies or whatever, if you pick something wrong, she's going to be like, try again until you get the correct one. Anyway, the correct one here is dimension.
Azimuth, guardian of dimension. She opened the veil and welcomed demons into Nosgoth's heart. Kain chose her as his serpentine blade's first taste. One merciless strike, nothing more. To him, her death was merely a step on his path. A knight in chains, his oath betrayed, in fire and steel his penance paid. Where battle burns and peace must bend, what pillar wills the war to end? Malak the Damned, once the guardian of conflict, bound by oath and fire. Cursed by Mortanius for an ancient failure. Now his soul is chained to his armor, enslaved for eternity.
There's 9 of these, by the way. We're in it for the long haul.
He wore the wild, a beast in thought. By root and flame his power wrought. Where verdant life and death entwine, what pillar binds this worldly line?
Nature.
Bane,
Dude, these 3D graphics are kind of trippy, but I also kind of like them. Almost makes me want to wish the game was like this the whole way through.
He became something monstrous. Kain called Bane like a rabid beast, as though death were his cure for everything.
It was, though.
The mirror cracked, yet none could see.
I mean, this one we know, it's the balanced
the binding thread of destiny.
I've mentioned it a couple times now.
Undying choice, immortal shame. Which pillar holds the world in frame? Balance, my own pillar, my purpose. Stolen from me the moment Mobius set his plan in motion, and Kain refused the sacrifice. He was offered a choice. One life for all of Nosgoth. Kain chose himself. She burned with light no flesh could keep, a waking storm that would not sleep, where power coils and sparks take form. Which pillar births both life and storm? Jejul. She was ill-suited for the burden she bore. Corrupted like the rest, then struck down by Kain, of course. He never considered what it meant to slay, only that it was necessary to his mission. He spoke of fate with serpent tongue, a future sold, a past undone, where ages twist and truths are lies. Each pillar breaks what never dies. Mobius, the time streamer, a deceiver always. He betrayed the circle, but believed he was serving a greater purpose. And Kain? He danced to Mobius's tune, then killed him for the melody. Time has a cruel sense of irony. He shaped the world with fevered hand, where stone could melt and air could stand. Sculpt the water to look like men, before this fire makes it flow again.
Almost there, one more.
Anacroth, the alchemist. He twisted the elements to his will, sculpting matter as though he were a god. But even gods fall. He raised the lifeless, yet could not rest, a soul enslaved within its flesh, where endings feed what lies beneath. Which pillar crowns the Lord of Sleep? Mortanius, my murderer, and yet not my true enemy. He bore the pillar of death, and in time, death consumed him. He raised Kain, gave him purpose, and set this entire tragedy in motion. And Kain, ungrateful to the last, repaid him with a blade. The cycle ends where it began, in blood and betrayal. You see now, don't you? The cost of bargain struck in darkness. Kain will not guide you. He will use you as he used us all. Still, you answered true. There may yet be hope in you. Go carefully, child.
I've completed Ariel's game. Now give me what I came for.
The true riddle begins to stir behind those eyes. A paradox. Fledgling is not a law. It is the defiance of one. A fracture where truth and lie walk hand in hand. I've seen such wounds open in the fabric of time. I do not understand them, but I suspect more than I should.
A fracture? One where Matthias might yet live? Tell me how to break time, as you once did.
When I struck down William the Just centuries ago, his blade clashed with mine. The same blade across time, past and present, colliding in one impossible moment. The paradox was born not from movement, but from overlap. Two truths, mutually exclusive, yet momentarily the same.
This is a heavy lore moment.
Another riddle. If I could travel through time, I wouldn't need a paradox at all.
Like, we've been at this for almost 20 minutes.
Your thoughts crawl where they should fly. A paradox is not conjured by motion alone. It need not arrive draped in the trappings of the future. The present drags the past behind it like a shadow. Remain still long enough, and time itself may rise to confront you, unbidden.
Always these half-truths. What is it you see, Kain? What lies beneath your suspicions? Why should I trust a word you...
You shouldn't, yet here you are.
What are you doing?
Curious. I meant to strike you down, but the Reaver, it refused.
You really are the tyrant your reputation promised.
Tyrant? Champion? Those are words for poets. I seek only what serves Nosgoth, and to achieve that, I do what must be done. You may be bound to my fate in ways neither of us yet grasp.
I believe Raziel's soul is in the sword. So that's probably why it refuses.
This bargain is hollow. I endured your trials, your posturing, your riddles, and all I receive is an attempted execution. I've earned more than this.
You want payment? Then take.
You would give it to me?
Let us see what happens.
I don't understand. It calls to me, but there's something else. Something is screaming inside me. I can't take it.
Fascinating. A pity, but not a failure. You've seen more tonight than most glimpse in a lifetime, and yet the shape of it all still eludes you. We will meet again, that much I'm sure. If time still bows to fate, it will choose the hour when you see a paradox for what it truly is. Until then, I have Sarafan to raise from their graves.
We play as Kain. Let's go. Anyway, let's wrap it up here. On the one hand, I'm like, man, that was a long lore moment. But on the other side, I'm like, playing the legacy of Kain. Like, what do we expect? It's kind of par for the course. Anyway, in terms of the schedule for the stream, I am not sure about upcoming stream days because I started physical therapy this week, which basically is like my foot after the surgery is kind of like it's kind of like stuck, if you will, like the muscles are like all fucked and whatever, and I need to train, basically do exercises and stuff to get it loose again, get it working again, and I need to do 18 sessions. I've done 2 now, but every time I go, only at the end of it, she's like, here's the next date. And it's like, whatever. But it's often in the evening. So like Monday I had to go, so I couldn't stream. I went Tuesday, and I'm gonna go tomorrow. You know, today was like an in-between day. So I don't know if I go tomorrow. She might be like, hey, you know, Friday evening, let's go. Then of course I can stream. And the fact that there's 18 sessions total means the next coming weeks, you know, it's like almost a month worth. I literally don't know until, you know, like the day before almost, if I'm gonna be able to stream or not. It also depends on the hour. If it's like early enough, I might, you know, do a shorter stream a little bit later. I'll have to figure out, you know, as it comes. I'll have to figure out. But it's a little bit in limbo now. But of course, I feel like that's obvious to say, but the physical therapy obviously comes before the stream. If I need to go there, then, you know, fuck stream, right? But that's how it's gonna be for a minute for now. So we'll see for Friday. Currently, I have no appointment for therapy on Friday, but again, I'm going tomorrow, and you might be like, hey, let's do another one on Friday. So it really could be anytime. So yeah, we'll see. Can't make any promises, but you know, yeah, we'll see. Anyway, this was fun. This was cool. From what I understand, reading online, this game is not that long, so I kind of assume next stream that I play this is probably when I finish it. Yeah, cool. Alright guys, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back hopefully Friday, we'll see. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.